Hello and welcome back to another Take 3 Schmoedown reaction. I am just Matt Kearns. I am reacting today to just Kevin Smets versus Mike Kalinowski, the number one contender in their gate match from the collision. The reason why I'm alone is because pretty much everyone else in Take 3 watched the live stream. I'm sure a lot of you were watching the live stream. I didn't. That way I could give you guys my reaction to my most anticipated matchup so far in this later half of the season. So yeah. So every time on the summit or anything else when this has been brought up, I really haven't had an answer for who I think is going to win between Smets and Kalinowski, because I think they are the two best players that are not holding the belt in the league. I'm going to say Kalinowski is going to win because I think Mike wants to get his belt back more than I think Kevin wants to win it, if that makes sense. Like, I think Kevin, it's early in the league. If he loses today, he's not going where he can easily get back and win, whereas Mike, not to say if he loses today, he's gone forever, but I think he just really wants this. He wants, and I think beating Rachel is something he wants to do too. Whereas Kevin, I think it doesn't matter who's holding the belt when he goes to play for it. So with all that said, I'm going to start the reaction. I'm starting from, there seems to be a cutscene with Kaiser involved, so I'm starting from that cutscene. So yeah, let's get this going in 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah, we should definitely
do that there. That's
What are you guys, having secret meetings on the set of Inside Schmoedown? You know you.
Yeah, me.
I used to respect you. I don't know where you went wrong.
That's your decision, man.
You actually scare me. You look like you'd slit my throat at a wedding, okay?
Yeah. Oh, good. So you're smarter than you look.
That's how we met.
Point is this. Today, corruption, everything you built is getting tore down. The Smasher, he's the number one contender, and he will be at Comic-Con.
Oh my gosh, you're
Does
so
he have
cute.
a badge? Is he attending? Because that's an option for a lot of people.
You know,
You mean like in the match?
Let me tell you something. We've been doing this for a long time. You have no idea what you've signed up for, okay? Have you seen Kalinowski? We've done this 100 million times. That little kid with the hoodie, I mean, it's real cute. I like it. I mean, good for you for trying, but...
Kalinowski hasn't had water for 6 months. He's focused.
Why?
He's training. He wrote the book.
How does that
how
help?
To write the book.
Oh, he knows how to write?
Training.
Did you teach him?
No, we didn't need to. Fully formed, functional champion. The Smasher, Kevin Smets, I love the kid too. He does great work. He's got the hoodie,
He's so
this,
cute.
that. He's like a movie set. You walk down it, you go, it seems like the real thing. Behind it, it's just being held up
Apologies,
by
I'm
real thin pieces of wood. Kalinowski, he's the real deal.
Well, that's great. I look forward to watching you guys read tarot cards later, okay?
All right.
Okay,
cool.
sweetie.
I'm really
Enjoy
liking
getting banned
Kaiser.
from Holiday Inn Express bars.
I'm really liking Kaiser.
Did I just get bested?
Oh, seen a different side to him. I like it. I like it a lot. Very sweet graphic.
Well, the Manager Bowl has come and gone, and now we start to get to the nitty-gritty here, Mark, because look, this first big, huge one-on-one match that we have today, it is so hyped up. It is such a crazy matchup that it almost sounds like a championship match. You have the new rookie sensation, the Smasher, Kevin Smets, 3-0, 3 knockouts, going up against the former Inner Geekdom champion, the Killer Kalinowski from Corruption. He's the former champ. He is dedicated to winning that championship back. This is something special.
There's been a lot of trash talk. There's been a lot of back and forth between these competitors. And what I love about this matchup is the clash of study techniques, because Kevin Smets has kind of patented his own version of what Mike Kalinowski has done. Mike Kalinowski walks around with a big Bible all around town. He's getting healthy shakes because you don't get that body otherwise. And he's studying. studying, and he's sipping smoothies, and he's studying again. Kevin Smets, he goes to Hot Topic, he buys hoodies in bulk, then he goes down to a deep bunker in Area 51, and he does not come out till he knows everything about every intergeekdom category.
I mean, that's the thing, though. You're 100% right that it like we've always joked around and said, like, this is the UFC of movie trivia, and what the similarities to what UFC did back in the day when it was just one style. It was just, and it's very similar to our competitors.
Just punching and kicking and throwing sand.
But the competitors knew what they knew. They just knew what they knew, and there wasn't any studying. But the next level of competitor studied. The next level had new techniques, and they would change. And you saw that whether it's a Shire Wolves or if it's Ben Bateman or Kevin Smets, who has just evolved the studying technique and has become. Mike Kalinowski, by the way, done the same thing, like you said before. But these two guys, this is the evolution of a player in Mike Kalinowski that came in the old guard but became a new guard player, and then you get Kevin Smets, who rose from the fan leagues, who he didn't work out in his first audition, went to the fan leagues, crushed it over there, and now you have these two people playing. And the winner gets to play the Intergeekdom champion herself, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, in San Diego in front of a live crowd July 20th at the Joan B. Kroc Theater.
You said it all, Christian. July 20th, the winner gets to face Rachel Cushing. The loser will be playing bingo in Bakersfield July 20th. It is a high-stakes match here, Christian. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? Who had the most free time to study?
Well, this is a hype match. Like we said, you guys have been talking about it on Twitter. Make sure you're doing the same thing, too, especially for this match. Hashtag Schmoedown Collision 3. Hashtag Kalinowski versus Smets. And let's start talking about it on social media. And we are going to show you, this is the story on how we got here. It's incredible. Here we go.
No more of the theatrics, no more dressing up in costumes, coming in, all that kind of thing like that. I had a goal. I said, I'm going after that belt. This belt right here, it's for corruption. You guys stood with me through it all. The ups and the downs, here we are. So this belt, it's for you guys out there.
The first Schmoedown Throwdown. That's right, 2 matches in one live streaming event. The main event, Rachel Cushing looking to become the Intergeekdom champion against the reigning champion, Mike the Killer KO Kalinowski.
Mike Kalinowski has tied the game. Sudden death we go.
Cruiser Ninko.
Ninka.
And no!
This isn't over. This is just how it goes. I lost, I'll come back and I'll go and I'll win it next time. She bleeds. I cut her and she bled. A spelling error? I'm going to lose on a spelling error? No. We're going to go again.
We got 2 new competitors in the Intergeekdom division, Christian. We get to see a dream realized and one crushed for all eternity.
My pick last year was Ethan Irwin. This year, my pick is Kevin Smasher Smets.
Also auditioned through Patreon. Didn't make the cut when he auditioned. Went to the fan leagues, did very well, watched some of his matches, said, all right, let's give you a shot.
Kevin the Smasher Smets!
I don't know who this Kaiser is that he's got with him. He's got this manager Kaiser who seems to be talking a lot of smack. 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
And your winner, Kevin the Smasher Smets!
All I want to know, Jen, is who's next. How about Navarro? Why don't we bring Navarro out? Why don't we get somebody out there who can give this kid a challenge?
He started taking shots at Hector Navarro, former Intergeekdom champ. And you know who thought that was disrespectful? The urban gladiator Jay Washington, who was Ginny Weasley dating before kissing Harry in the room.
Dean Thomas.
And Joe!
Jay called me out. I didn't call Jay out. And now Jay got knocked out. I don't want to face Hector Navarro.
Then you're going to have to learn a lesson in humility today, my friend. I will be the friend to give it to you.
If he misses this question, or if Kevin Smets steals it, the game and the knockout will go to Smets.
Who is the first dwarf to arrive at Bag End?
Gloin.
4.
Dwalin. Give me Kalinowski.
Mike Kalinowski versus Kevin Smets.
That's right, the Smasher, Kevin Smets or Mike Kalinowski, who will win?
We just watched what he is capable of. I definitely would be looking out for Smets.
We're 2 matches away from a championship belt.
All that goes away when Mike Kalinowski wakes you up and slaps you back into the little minor leagues you know you're gonna end up at.
The next thing that's gonna come out of my mouth are correct answers when I get a perfect first round, a perfect second round, and then I knock Mike Kalinowski out at Collision.
I'll make sure Kalinowski lives up to his name KO when I knock him out.
They are looking at a suite at the Hard Rock Hotel in downtown San Diego.
It's Kalinowski, it's Cushing, it doesn't matter because I'm here to win.
You can't deny Kalinowski's talent. I think it's going to go down to the wire, but I think in the end, Smets will smash.
Oh yeah, there it is.
You don't scare me, my friend. I've seen people like you. You come in, the fans love you. They burn so bright, and they fade into obscurity. They're gone. You, my friend, you're a bump in the road to my title.
Smash him.
David Moore, Jay Washington, Hector Navarro. What do they all have in common? Well, they got knocked out.
It's been inevitable. This collision between you and me in San Diego is on the line. Everything is on the line. Has-beens. The league has changed. I have proven that. You're going to that third round. Smets, here's my challenge to you, guy. I want us to go, and I want you to take me to sudden death, and I want us to beat that record. I want them to lose questions. We're going past that. And at the end, though, I'll shake your hand when you lose, and I'll send you back on your way.
With a knife. My God, I am so hyped. I watched that promo earlier today. I had goosebumps because I knew I would be watching two of the great Inner Geekdom players going at it. They both want it so badly. They both want to play in San Diego for the championship against Rachel Cushing. So my God, what a trailer that was.
Yeah, I mean, I was already sweating under my armpits, now under my boobs as well, because it's just knowledge pouring out of every fiber in these two gentlemen's beings, but only one of them gets to step up against Rachel Cushing this time next month. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be loud. It's going to be contentious. There's going to be a lot of trash talk. I just hope that at some point we actually get to the actual trivia, because there's a lot of great hype and hubbub, but these guys know a lot about these categories.
All right, the quick tail of the tape here for the Inner Geekdom match between Kalinowski and Smets. Mark, you got...
They're good at everything.
They're good at everything. That's really the tail of the tape. They are good at everything. All right, with that, Mark, I'll ask you, you ready to get going?
I'm pumped, baby.
You are pumped and ready to go. Then I ask everyone else, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Really a question to ask, statement.
Introducing first, representing the Dungeon, led to the ring by his manager, Kaiser, with a record of 3 wins, no defeats, and 3 knockouts. He is the number 2 ranked Inner Geekdom contender, Kevin the Smasher Smets. And there's Kaiser. And there he is.
Walking him out.
Oh, with the whole dungeon.
Wow. The whole gang showed up to support Kevin Smets.
It's an interesting faction that is forming there.
Look, the dungeon, even though Sipper came off of that loss there, though, you know, you got Paul Oyama, who's going for a number 1 contender shot, and then you got Smets at the number 1 contender shot. So they're there backing up for the corruption onslaught that's about to happen.
Standing behind their boy Kevin Smets. Not since your pug Taz have I seen a face so ruffled and intense.
And his opponent, representing corruption, led to the ring by his managers, Ken Knapsack and Grace Hancock. He is the number 1 ranked Inner Geekdom contender and the former movie trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom champion of the world, Mike the Killer Kalinowski. The new Corruption theme song by David B. David B. hitting that new Corruption theme song.
Grace Ken Knapsack enjoying Red Vines. There's Chance Ellison, and there is Mike.
Yeah.
They're now out back in the arena because it's their turn to do battle.
They are. And They are, look at Mike, very intense, solid, ready to get going there as he hits the table. Kalinowski and Smets, one of the most anticipated Inner Geekdom matches that we've had in a long time.
Very different styles of dressing here. Only one would get a table at Spago.
You can feel the energy in the room here as we get set to begin. Mark, round number one out of this 3-round number one contender Inner Geekdom battle. How's it go?
Round number one, the field of competitors, which your eyes do not deceive you. It's just 2. Then there's a bunch of managers up there, too. You get 10 questions. These are asked to the field. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number one. Each question is worth 1 point. As soon as you hear it, please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. You have 15 seconds to do so. Once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone. Try to write as legibly as possible. We really appreciate it. Each competitor has 3 usages of the Josh the Engineer rule throughout the duration of the match. If you didn't hear a question right, you need to buy yourself 15 more seconds. Use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the match.
All
Christian, back to you.
All right, here we go. So we're going to start with the former champ first. Mike Kalinowski, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, and Smets, are you ready?
Ready.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right, gentlemen.
None of this is false pretense. Like, it actually is as tense here as you would imagine it is at home. I'm nervous.
All right, here we go. It's like Tyson Holyfield.
I'm so scared.
The MCU is the first category. The MCU, including post-credit scenes. Thanos appears in how many MCU movies? 20 seconds to answer this one.
He appears in Avengers. He appears... Okay, well, you got Endgame.
When he snaps his fingers, it doesn't
Infinity
make noise,
War, Avengers, Guardians.
He's got kind of fat fingers.
5.
I think it's 5, because there's some movie I can't remember. That's
3.
I'll do it myself.
2. 1. Pens down. We start with Mike.
6.
It's incorrect.
5.
5 is correct.
Hey!
Smets draws first blood. Smets draws first blood. Second question.
Second question comes from a galaxy far, far away. That is Star Wars. Star Wars. And your question, in Solo, a Star Wars story, name the 2 actors who portrayed Darth Maul in the film.
Ray Park and Sam Witwer.
All right, I'm going to put you at the Cineplex right now. And I'm going to say you can either go see another adventure in Solo Star Wars story, or you can go watch a standalone Darth Maul film. Which one are you going to?
Let me answer this.
Solo.
Repeat the question.
All right, here you go.
You got more time. In Solo, a Star Wars story, name the 2 actors who portray Darth Maul in the film. So anyway, back to my question.
Repeat the question.
you can't use the J. That's cheating.
All right, fine.
Damn you, Josh the Engineer. And his adorable
5,
bulldog Dalton.
4, 3, 2, 1. Smets.
Didn't have it.
Didn't have it. Mike.
Ray Park and Sam Witwer.
Correct. Wow. Tied it up.
There it is.
1-1. I would have never guessed that
All right,
was the
no
one.
perfect rounds. You can all go home.
Wow, okay, next question. From Middle-earth. Middle-earth. In the Lord of the Rings trilogy, what is the name of the Hobbit's preferred drinking establishment in the Shire?
Easy, Buffalo Wild Wings. Did you see that clip of Buffalo Wild Wings yesterday? A rat fell from a
Pony?
seat.
No.
It's
Oh my
hysterical.
God. I don't
It might be
know.
fake. It's from New York Post, but check it out.
5.
Anyway, thanks to our sponsor,
Was this
Buffalo
the
Wild
Hobbit,
Wings.
by the way?
2,
Was I sure?
1. Yes. Pens down,
I've
please,
seen
and we
it.
go with Kalinowski.
Prancing Pony.
No, and
I didn't have it.
didn't have it.
The Green
Wow.
Dragon.
The Green Dragon.
Whoa.
The Green Dragon, not to be confused with Pete's.
I wonder if the nerves are getting to both the competitors. That's crazy. No one would have guessed that. All right, here we go. Next question.
All right, next question is in the world of DC. DC, what's the name of the police officer played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt who figured out
Oh,
Batman's
John Blake.
secret identity in The Dark Knight Rises? We do need the first and last name.
Although technically, if you put Robin Blake, that counts because that's his legal name, which they reveal at the end of the
We're
movie.
Tied up.
I know
5,
things.
1-1. It's like these guys don't know
4,
anything.
3, 2, 1. Smets.
John Blake.
Yes. And Kalinowski.
John Robin Blake.
Yes. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
We would have taken either one.
Yeah. Okay. Next question here. Next question. Marvel films. Marvel. What is the alphanumeric code name of the feral younger clone of Wolverine as featured in 2017's Logan?
That's a great question read by
It wasn't bad, right? I was nervous.
Yeah,
not gonna lie
I
to you.
looked at
I
it and I
mean,
was like, there's
it's
no way it's making it.
23 or
I was just chunking a whole bunch of
X24.
words.
We talk about his
But I
daughter is like legit. No, well, no, then it's
Four.
X24
I couldn't believe it. 3.
because she's not really a clone of him.
1. Pens down, please. And Mike Kalinowski?
X23.
Yes. Smets.
Oh.
The Feral, it's X24. It's the older one. It's the clone of Logan that comes and kills Xavier. It's X24.
What?
X23 is what we have. Are you challenging
I'd like
it?
to challenge that.
All right,
yes.
here's the we're going to put
Yeah,
a challenge
because
on
the
the
way
table.
the question was
to the
worded,
graphic. We'll be right back
X23
live
isn't
on
a
the
clone of Logan.
Challenge.
She was created with his DNA, but she's a girl. Logan's a guy, whereas X24 is a legit clone of him. Yeah, no, that was a good challenge, I think. I think that was a good challenge. Because the way the question's worded, because X23 is made from his DNA, but that's like, you know, it's like twins or something, where it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito aren't clones of any of the guys. They're just made with their DNA. Whereas X24 is a legitimate clone of Logan. That's why he looks exactly like him. Man, Logan's a great movie.
We're back. We're coming back from the decision here, and from the wording of the question alone, both competitors are actually correct in the way that the wording of the question was, because it could have been read as either the younger clone of Wolverine or thinking what Mike, I believe, was thinking there of the younger girl herself. So we're going to award both the points to
X23.
Smets. Yes.
Anything from X23 to X31.
Yeah, they both get it, and Smets will still have his challenge there. So both
Retains
answers
his
are correct.
challenge. Good news for us because we love challenges.
All right, here's the next question.
Your next question, you each are tied at 3. Come to your 6th category in round number 1 is in the world of Harry Potter. And your question, in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, what is the name of the ghost that Harry and the other Gryffindors speak with after the sorting ceremony?
Nearly headless Nick. Nearly? How can you be nearly headless? Like this.
It's like you when you squeeze your face as hard as Smets does.
I really love Harry Potter.
2, 1. Pens down, please. Smets.
Nearly headless Nick.
Yes, and Mike.
Nearly headless Nick.
Yes.
There it is.
Tie game. And this is now we're
starting-
back.
All right, now they're
It's back to the match
into
we
it. I
thought
think
it was.
you saw the nerves.
All right, here we go, guys. Next question.
Now
that
they-
lands in Star Trek. In 2009's Star Trek, what position on the USS Kelvin does Commander George Kirk hold?
He's first officer.
Rank is
Because then when the other captain is going to the ship, he promotes him to captain.
be asked to leave.
5,
It's a really great opening scene. I
4,
think Chris Hemsworth is great
3,
as George Kirk.
2, 1. Pens down, Mike.
Lieutenant?
That is incorrect.
Navigator?
Also
No, sir.
incorrect.
Looking for executive officer or first officer?
That's right. All right. Next question.
Next question. In the world of the DCEU, this is the DC extended thing. What is the name, need the first and the last name, of Billy Batson's foster brother and best friend in Shazam?
First and last. Okay. I loved Shazam, but I don't remember.
What's so funny?
Even though I really loved it. It was amazing, but
5, 4, 3.
I think the Blu-ray comes out pretty soon. Very
Pens
excited
down,
to get
please,
it.
and we start with Kevin Smets.
Freddie Freeman.
There it is.
Mike Kalinowski.
Freddie Freeman.
Hey, there
Freddie.
we go. Back on the answer.
Tie game.
5-5.
All right. Next question here, guys. In Heroes and Villains, in the comic-based Bulletproof Monk, who plays the nameless monk?
You know, you can get so locked into studying like your MCUs.
I've never heard of this.
Like,
Bruce
there's
Campbell.
a lot of movies based on comic books.
I don't know.
5,
What?
4, 3, 2, 1. Mike.
Chow Yun Fat?
Yes.
Chow Yun Fat.
Tie game. And here's the match. Here's the match we thought we were going to get.
That's
And
right. Now
next,
we come
last
to
question.
our last category in round number 1. Your 10th one is from the world of mixed bags. Could be literally anything, but probably a geeky question. In the film Cowboys and Aliens, who plays Harrison Ford's troublemaking son, Percy?
I don't remember that Daniel
That was
Craig
something
and Harrison Ford are in that.
was my dad.
I own it, actually.
Yeah. Imagine that gruff
I own it.
carpenter.
Funnily enough.
Yelling at
Get off the horse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Smets.
Paul Dano.
Yes, Mike.
I did put Logan Lerman.
Didn't have it. So Smets goes into round number 2 with a 1-point lead, and that could make a big difference here as we see that they went back and forth in that first round. They both struggled in the beginning, picked it back up, but Smets comes out just 1 point ahead of KO Mike Kalinowski.
Yeah, for these two, it's a defensive struggle in round number 1, although very spectacularly played otherwise. And as we move into round number 2, this is the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. That wheel has 10 different categories in the inner geekdom universe, as well as the fan favorite opponent's choice and the competitor favorite spinner's choice. Each question is going to be worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is stealing in round number 2. So if you're not sure the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. This is the inner geekdom. It is a singles match. So each category contains 5 questions.
All right, so we start now with Kevin Smets, who finds himself in the lead. First or second? You're going to go first. Okay.
He's going first. Thank you for not deferring, Mr. Smets.
Going to go, you remember, wheel, not the peg here.
Yeah, that's what Kaiser is, man. He's got to be telling him.
Well, this is the biggest match of Kevin Smets' career, hands down, as he spins here. Finds himself only up by 1 point. He's not these dominant leads that he's had before, but what kind of second round is he going to have?
Good thing Kaiser has that toothpick.
This is something.
Star Trek?
DC movies. How does Smets feel about it? He's spinning again, I think.
Yes,
yeah, he
away
is.
from it.
Yes, he is.
Well, against Mike.
Even when he played Hector Navarro and he landed on an opponent's choice, Hector Navarro gave him movie quotes, and he still knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
so
I feel like either one of these guys, if you stick them with a category that they would spin away from, they still are capable of getting all 5 right.
They know the
wheel. Spinner's choice.
He's going to pay off with the
DCEU.
a little more modern.
DCEU, all right.
If not as quality.
All right.
That one might be better because there's not as many.
Kevin Smets, you spun the DCEU. An upgrade from DC, in your opinion. And your first of 5 questions for 2 points. What is the name of the king played by Dolph Lundgren in Aquaman?
I've not seen Aquaman.
King Nereus.
Give him 2 points.
Dolph Lundgren's in that movie?
Got that one right. All right, your next question for 2 more points. In Shazam, at the Winter Festival, 6 of the 7 deadly sins emerge from the eye of Dr. Thaddeus Savannah. Which sin stays behind?
Envy.
He knew that one.
He did.
I didn't even know what the hell I was talking about when I was reading the question. No. All right, so Smets now enjoying a 5-point advantage. 3 questions left in round number 2. Your next one. Which member of the Suicide Squad battles Enchantress's mutated minions alone in an elevator?
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
It is Harley Quinn for 2 more points. Kevin Smets starting to make himself look really smart, spinning away from DC and getting into the DCEU. Your penultimate question in round number 2. In the film Man of Steel, what was the call sign of Christopher Maloney's Colonel Hardy?
Multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Watcher, B, Champion, C, Eagle, or D, Guardian?
It's Champion. I don't know. No, Guardian.
Guardian.
I think he guessed, and I think he got it right for a point.
1 more point.
That was
Very
a Makuga right
impressive. All right, your last one. In the world of DCEU. In the film Wonder Woman, what does Diana tell the vendor after trying ice cream for the first time? We need the quote.
You should be very proud.
He knew the quote. Wow.
Impressive.
I didn't even get a chance to start going through the movie in my head.
5 points, and he finds himself 10 points up on the former champion. So Mike Kalinowski will now spin. Mike Kalinowski will spin, and DCEU is off the table there as the former champ makes his way to the wheel. What's he going to be looking for? I don't know, because usually he would be looking for that DCE.
Yeah,
that's one of his
that
strengths.
is off the board.
Yeah.
But you figure if he spins DC movies, Mike knows a lot about those. And with the Smasher spinning away from them, maybe Mike feels like he would have a leg up as far as a potential steal goes if he gets DC movies.
Well, the wheel is something where the studying really comes into play, because you know exactly what to study. You know what movies to look for, is where like the round ones and the round threes. So you get some. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
the spinner's choice.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Wow. So what is he going to go to
He
now?
trails by 10. He's got to pick something he's very confident
Yep,
in.
absolutely. Is he going to pick something here that he knows he's good at?
And unlike Kaiser, his man, Ken Grace, nowhere to be found.
DC.
He's going DC.
Okay.
This
So
is the
a
scenario
DC
that we
battle.
envision.
All right. All right, here you go, Mike. Mike, you're going to get 5 questions here in the realm of DC movies. What is Halle Berry's character's name in the 2004's Catwoman?
It's like Patience, I think.
Patience Phillips.
Yes, for
Got
2
him, but-
points.
Why do I know that?
Wow. All right. You'll hear a bombastic rendition of the 1812 Overture accompanied by fireworks in what DC-based film?
V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta.
Yes, for 2 more points. That is
I
correct.
don't remember it's DC.
Question 3. What does Bruce offer to give Dick Grayson if he decides to stay at Wayne Manor in Batman
One of his
Forever?
motorcycles.
A motorcycle.
Yes, for 2 more points.
All right, he's got 2 questions left, and he gets these both right off the bat like he has the first 3 questions.
Yep.
We are going to be tied heading into round number 3.
Question 4. In 1978's Superman, what is the name of the police officer that Superman hands the jewel thief he caught climbing on the building?
George. Probably something like that. I don't know.
Just need the
Officer Mooney.
Yes.
name, and we got it.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry.
All right. Wow. All right.
Didn't know.
Mike, you get a chance to tie the game or at least go down by 1 here with this question. In 2009's Watchmen, what is the name of Hollis Mason's, a.k.a. Night Owl, his autobiography?
Under the Hood.
Yes, it is a tie game. My lord.
This is what we want.
Round by the former champion ties the game. We're
This is what we want.
16-16
This
going
is
into
what we
round
want.
3. Smets was up by 1. Now it is tied, and now we find ourselves in round number 3. Mark, how's this going?
Yeah, Christian, if you had any questions to whether these guys actually know their stuff after round number 1, I think they answered that resoundingly. And now we get to round 3, which could decide the match unless we go to sudden death overtime. In round number 3, we need a series of 3 numbers from each competitor. These numbers can range from 1 to 16.
This is Smets'
Each number
first time in
corresponds to a
round
different
3.
corner of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom Galaxy. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. Your last one is worth 5 meaty points. And we are going to get the numbers from Mike Kalinowski first. Y'all are tied, but Mike, you are sitting in the favorites chair. So between 1 to 16, what feels lucky to you, sir?
2, 10, and 14.
2, 10, and 14 for the former champion, and now we go to Smets.
He went evens. This Smets go odds.
6, 8, 7.
He does
6,
not.
8, and 7. We start with the Smasher at
Excuse
number
me.
6, Mark.
All right. Smasher, feel weird calling another grown man that, but I just did. You selected number 6 for your 2-point question. And that corresponds to The Hobbit. For 2 points. Your question. What TV personality and well-known Tolkien fan makes a brief cameo as a Lake Town spy in The Desolation of Smaug?
Probably. What's his name?
Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
2 points.
There it is.
Colbert.
All right. Now we bounce to Mike Kalinowski. Mike Kalinowski chose category number 2. We're going to stay in this realm of Lord of the Rings this time. Lord of the Rings. Who is the brother of Boromir and the second son of
Faramir?
Denethor? The character name, please.
Faramir.
2 points.
Like, duh. Are you really asking something that easy?
I apologize.
I mean, come on. Everybody knows the brother guy.
All right. Next one.
All right, Kevin, you selected number 8 for your 3-point question, and that corresponds to heroes. Heroes. All right, and your question for 3 points. What is SHIELD Agent 13's first and last name?
Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter.
Yep.
That's
3
it.
points.
All right.
The Smets now back up by 3, and so we go back to Kalinowski to see if he
So
can tie it.
good.
Christian, I have a feeling we're careening towards overtime.
All right. Mike, DCEU. Who plays the eccentric Dr. Stephen Shin in Aquaman?
Randall Park.
Yes. Tie game. Now we bounce to the 5 to Kevin
If
Smith.
one of them misses a 5 and the other gets it, they all.
All right. Kevin Smets for 5 points. You selected number 7. And that corresponds to your 5-point question in the world of villains. Just had heroes, now we get villains. And to break this tie and have a 5-point lead, your query is, what are Green Goblin's final words in 2002's Spider-Man?
Don't tell Harry. Don't tell Harry. Don't tell Harry. Don't tell Harry.
Don't tell Peter.
No! It's don't tell Harry.
The answer is Peter, don't tell Harry. Peter, don't
Don't tell Harry.
All right, so we come down to this. If Mike Kalinowski hits his 5-pointer, then Mike Kalinowski will be playing Rachel Cushing in San Diego. However, if Mike misses, then we go to sudden death. Here we go. Mike, Jerry Goldsmith was the composer for 5 different Star Trek films. Name 3 of them. 20 seconds.
The motion picture.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture. First Contact, Insurrection, Nemesis.
And your winner!
Wow.
Easy.
And new
Wow.
#1 contender, pointing at Rachel. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike
That was
the
amazing.
Killer Kalinowski. Kalinowski beats Smets.
That was amazing.
Kalinowski beats Smets. Kalinowski is going to face Cushing. Oh my God, look at the emotion on Mike's face. He has done it. He has beaten the unbeatable Smets.
Wow.
Going
And
back to
now-
San Diego, Christian.
And now he gets to San Diego to play Rachel Cushing for the title. Look at corruption. Look at corruption.
I've never seen
absolutely
the
thrilled.
corruption. Look at all the smiles. Look at all the
tears.
tears. There is true happiness on the stage right now. And why not? Mike Kalinowski with a 5-point victory. Well played match. And it just looked like it might have been the case of experience helping out Mike Kalinowski a little bit more than Kevin Smets. Kalinowski's been in the league for longer. He's been in more types of these matches. So maybe he was able to handle the pressure a little bit better. But I think that corruption is now going to be going to San Diego as a very tightly knit unit, Christian. They look like they are a family now, so it looks like you and I are going to have to spring for even more hotel rooms.
We have Kalinowski and Cushing 3 in the Intergeekdom. It's the 4th time they have ever faced each other. This is the 3rd time Mike lost his title to Rachel at the Schmoedown Throwdown, at a live event streaming, and he wins an opportunity to face her again. The Killer is going to Comic-Con 5-4, and in order to do it, he had to beat the Clubber Lang of the Schmoedown in Kevin Smets. He did it. Kevin Smets finds himself at 3-1 now, and I think you're exactly right. It was the lack of experience because he
The name Peter and Harry, it's just so, it's right there, and it's on the edge of your tongue, and it gets stuck in your brain sometimes. It's a very tough question to go out.
Jumped at the question when he probably should have stayed a little bit more, used his JTE rules, and he jumped at it. But now Jen Sturger is with both Kaiser and the Smasher, Kevin Smets.
Hi, Smets. I mean, obviously that ending did not go the way you planned it would go. How are you feeling after all this? This is the first time you've really come up against someone of Kalinowski's caliber.
Yeah, it was hats off to him. That was a battle. I just gotta own it. The lights got to me a little bit today. I got thrown off when I didn't get Ray Park because I knew it, and sometimes I get in my head. And I finally rallied and I got out of the second round. I knew that answer on the on the don't tell Harry. I mean, he's literally telling Peter, don't tell Peter. That doesn't make sense. So I chalk it up to, look, I'm a rookie. I know that I need to start, Mark Riley would say, you got to learn how to lose before you can really win. So I'm going to take this loss. I know if anyone knows about losing to
Riley, he's a good guy.
Kalinowski, so I'll take a lead from him. I was honored to play him, and it's not how I wanted to go out today. I would rather have gone out on a question I really didn't know. That was one of complete just, like Christian said, maybe I should have taken a couple more seconds for it. Same with, I think I left 2 JTE rules left. I could have done one for Ray Park and probably gotten there, and I probably could have done one for Don't Tell Harry. I mean, I knew it, I saw it, I heard him say the words, and it just came out of my mouth. I heard the crowd just, the air sucked out of the room right when I knew I got it wrong. And so hats off to Kalinowski. It's going to be quite a show in San Diego. I'm really bummed, but yeah, that was a tough one.
Kaiser, how are you feeling after this loss?
How am I feeling? Well, I'm proud of my guy. I mean, this kid's been kicking a bunch of ass in his rookie season. He goes out there, he puts it on the line, he studies his butt off. I'm nothing but proud of him. He will be back. We will be back. Consider a 1-1 split now with me, the Dungeon, and Corruption. They haven't seen the last of us. We will be back. And look, I give them all a lot of credit. And, do your best to keep Grace away from me because I know how she can be.
Strong words, obviously, from Kaiser and Smets. We've not seen the last of you, sir. No. Tough loss today, but we'll see you again. Back to you guys.
All right, man. Look, I think that both Smets is devastated. You could see it in the kid's face. He loves this game. He loves playing, and he knew it. He said everything that was there. That I think he said it right when he said, Mike has come back from losses. He'll come back from a loss too, but this is the rookie thing. Yes, he had very impressive 3 straight wins, but when you come up against a guy like Kalinowski, you can't have those misses because he'll make you pay.
But that's the kind of thing that I like to see in a post-game interview where you are in the moment and you take a step back and you look at the macro. You say, look, micro, I wanted to win this match. It was important to me, but the big picture here, I am a rookie and I am learning. Every rookie and every veteran in the history of the Schmoedown has had to take their lumps along with their successes, and that is the bowl of humble pride that Kaiser and Smets are having right now. And on the other end of the ledger is the entire family, now known as Corruption, headlined by, of course, the winner here today, Mike Kalinowski. Jen Sturger has an interview with him and his bevy of managers and stablemates.
It's definitely a little bit crowded back here right now, guys. Ken, how excited are you for this redemption for Corruption?
Jennifer, you call it redemption. We call it where we belong. Let me give you a history lesson. In 1990, Kevin Moss came up to the New York Yankees and hit 21 home runs and 254 at-bats and took Major League Baseball by storm. By 1995, he was out of the game. A great start is just that, a start. Mike Kalinowski finishes what he started. And that's what he did today.
I had no idea you were working for MLB Network now. Mike, I saw you get super emotional after that win. Yeah, what does this mean to be going back to face Rachel again?
I wasn't even thinking about Rachel at this point. Smets is the best competitor we've seen. So I had a lot going on with that. I wasn't even thinking about what was happening. But, he played a great game. I don't know what to say to that. He was phenomenal. We got off to a rocky start, both of us, at the beginning there. And I think it was kind of feeling each other out. But, I want that belt. That belt was supposed to be mine. It was mine. It was mine to begin with, and I lost it. And on a vowel, and I haven't been taking it lightly. So, I'm just tired after that match, and I'm just kind of drained myself.
If you're going to do product placement,
I was thirsty.
If you're going to do product placement, at least turn the label out.
So good.
All jokes aside, I was actually standing backstage with Shannon when everything was going down in that third round, and when you got that question right, she goes, "That was the last thing we went over before you guys walked out."
I was out there with my flashcards, and I was going over the Jerry Goldsmith and his films, and it was the last one we just did.
Wow.
Here. I think that's why I got emotional about it. But he played a great game. And the sad thing is, not sad thing, but he's going to be back. And I'm going to face him again. And we're going to go through this all over again.
Yeah.
Because he's not going anywhere. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
This Intergeekdom needs players like him because it makes me better. You see where I went from last match to this. So I am Comic-Con. Those are my people. That is where I belong. I'm going to take my belt back in front of all those people at Comic-Con. It's destiny, as this man says.
And Mark Ellis, I require rooms at the Omni or the Indigo. Nothing near SeaWorld.
Put him at a Holiday Inn Express. Back to you guys.
Look, the emotion is there, and you could see it. I mean, you could see both these guys wanted. You know what I like, though? I like the respect that they both gave each other, and you had to, because there wasn't a lot of bad blood going into this. They both really respected each other's game, and it showed as much. But look, this is going to be one that bites Smets, and I think it's going to make him better. I think it's going to make him hungry. I think it's going to make him more dangerous.
Look at the history of competitors in the Schmoedown, like elite-level players who have had brain farts, for lack of a better word, on the biggest stage. You look at somebody like a John Roca who has come back from that, and he actually used that adversity to make him better. So if Smets was not already a beast when it comes to studying and having his own training techniques before, wait till you see him the rest of this season and beyond.
That's right. And also for you guys, if you didn't know, in the beginning, we did a pre-show for the Collision, which aired on the channel live to everyone. We were going to be also doing a post-show. So a lot of the winners and losers and other people will be back on the table to talk about their matches tonight, other things that they saw, the energy. We'll have Frankie Numbers in there from the rundown. There'll be a lot. So make sure you join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown channel if you don't already subscribe to the channel, and you will see that post show. But man, what a battle it was. Mike Kalinowski earning his spot there. Mike Kalinowski finds himself in a very interesting position, not only with Inner Geekdom. He's got a big match with Janine the Machine coming up in singles. I know that Corruption is going to be playing the Founding Fathers in a #1 contender spot at some point or another. So Mike Kalinowski is going to be very busy here over the next couple of months as he finds himself in the Inner Geekdom #1. He's a #1 contender now. He's playing for the championship on July 20th. Tickets are also available for you guys to get those now. If you're going to Comic-Con, you got to see that rematch, the third battle between the Crusher and the Killer. It is going to be July 20th. Man.
Looking forward to getting down to San Diego for this Comic-Con. You and I have a pretty light schedule as far as like covering it and doing all that stuff, so we really get to go down there. I'm doing stand-up Thursday night, American Comedy Company. Tickets now available at markellislive.com. And then obviously Saturday, you can go to the big Schmoedown that is in downtown San Diego.
All right, so that's where I'm going to stop it. So, Smets vs. Kalinowski, it lived up to the hype, for me at least. I thought it was a really amazing match. I think the first round, you have to chalk it up to, I think, for both of them. It's like Mike said, I think they were really feeling each other out. I think it's also, giant crowd and the lights and the live stream and everything. I think that just sort of got to both of them. But they played amazing games. I think Kevin has nothing to hang his head about. Anyone who's going to sit there and is going to be like, oh, well, now he's played an established player and he lost, he sucks. The answers he pulled and the things he pulled, and I think he has the right attitude of he lost, and now that's just going to make him better because you have to take the losses and see what to learn from them. So now he knows, when he gets a quote, he has the GTE rules. Use the GTE rules sometimes not really to hear a question again, but to give yourself a little bit more time to get the quote perfectly in your head. And he's going to come back better and stronger, but the big thing is Kalinowski and Cushing. We're going to see them play each other again. Oh, man, it's going to be amazing. I love Rachel to death. She's one of my favorites, but anyone who has followed Take 3 for a number of time will know Kalinowski's my boy. I want to see my boy get his belt back. This was an incredible match. Mike and Kevin delivered it. It was so great. It's everything I wanted it to be. What did you guys think about the match? Put it in the comments below. Put it in the comments on the original video. And you guys can find me at Kearns_Matthew on Twitter, MattMovie611 on YouTube and WordPress, and right here as host of Second Look. And follow the channel Take 3 on Twitter at Take 3 Video, and join our Facebook group where we get into a lot of great discussions. And please be sure to watch the Schmoedown Reactor Summit hosted by Kristen Smith. We usually go live on Mondays, and we will sure be talking about every match at Collision. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you guys again so much for watching this, and take care.